Hey, what is up everyone? So today I'm going to be talking about something that I thought was very interesting because it's not really a list video, but at the same time it kind of is, and that is 5 different anime that I think is good for a change of pace. So if you're looking for something that's really different, these particular anime are good for you. But at the same time, it's kind of flexible because this list can be heavily altered based on who you are and what you've actually seen. So for example, you wouldn't have seen the same anime that I have seen, and I wouldn't have seen the same series that you've seen. So what's on your list, I probably haven't even seen yet, and what's on my list might end up being a recommendation for you. So if you guys have your own list to, I guess, recommend for other people, then feel free to do so in the comment section. This is just a really big open discussion for everyone to just share everything they can. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first anime I actually wanted to talk about here is called Sakamoto Desu Ka? This is definitely a very fun series to watch. Definitely very unique. It's hard to compare with any other anime I've seen because this particular anime, it combines elements of slice of life but also comedy as well, and the main character is just really cool. I mean, the whole theme of the show is really cool, cooler, and coolest, and I just really love it. And if you guys haven't actually even heard of this anime, definitely search it up and see what it's about because it's definitely well worth the watch. If you guys actually watch the opening, I think it's one of the best openings in anime. It's just so amazing. Literally, the whole opening of the anime is just featuring him, the main character of the show, otherwise known as Sakamoto. And it's just a really amazing series. It's only 12 episodes, so it's pretty easy for you guys to actually just binge watch it in just one day if you are really inclined to. Otherwise, it's definitely a good series to change the pace of what you're currently watching. You want something really different, this is definitely a series for you. Moving on, the next series I wanted to talk about here is Durarara. So this particular series is something that I'm sure a lot of you have already heard about. It's right up there with Bakuno, if you guys haven't seen that as well. But basically, well, they're both the same, created by the same mangaka, so that's definitely really amazing. As such, by the openings, you guys would already have figured out that. If you've already seen it or at least heard about it maybe. But yeah, that being said, the opening itself as well is just really amazing. I love the way they actually do the openings, just being able to transition to every character, giving them a kind of a color to highlight them, and that's definitely an interesting theme throughout the whole series itself. They give the characters different colors to represent who they are as a person, and it's done so well throughout the series that it's just one of the most enjoyable series I've ever seen. I mean, personally, I would put it in my top 5 anime, but I guess that's for you to decide. So if you guys haven't actually seen it, but you've heard about people talking about this all the time, it's definitely worth checking out. It's really interesting. You'll definitely question every single episode. There's just so much to I don't know, I guess be involved with in the story. There's so many engaging moments that you're just never gonna turn your eyes away. You're never gonna turn your attention away. There are so many events that's just happening in one episode at the same time. So if you actually thought every character in Fairy Tail was the main character, then you clearly haven't seen Durarara, because Durarara, every single character in the series, honestly, I would consider them the main character just because of how involved they are in the story itself and how much development every single character actually gets. It's quite amazing. Of course, it's centered around 3 particular main characters. I'm not going to spoil it, so don't worry about that. But that being said, this particular series itself still gives amazing development for every other character in the series, and I just love the relationships between each of the characters as well. And we're not talking about romantic relationships, we're talking about just regular day-to-day business or casual relationships like that. And it's definitely really interesting. I just have nothing else to really say. I mean, the plots are amazing, the writing style is amazing, being able to shift the perspective from different characters at a time, the individual characters of each story, or each character that's experiencing that individual story, is absolutely amazing. And I love the fact that each of the characters' stories also link up to each other as well, making it into one big overarching story, which is what makes the series so enjoyable. Of course, the themes of the story would include supernatural, romance, mystery, and action and comedy as well. It's just really amazing. I love it. The unique characters, the unique designs, it's definitely something you should check out. So if I haven't emphasized that enough, I don't know what else will. The next series we're talking about here is Amnesia. So Amnesia is kind of like this dream-esque kind of story. It's focusing on a particular main character, a female lead in this particular case, where she ends up waking up into alternate realities where she has pretty much experiences with 4 different guys. It sounds kind of like a shoujo anime, but it is based off a particular game, I believe. So it's an animation, and it's just a really interesting story. It's only 13 or 12 episodes, I think, so it's really easy for you guys to actually just finish that in one day as well. Unlike Durarara, which was, I don't know, there's a lot of episodes for it, so yeah, that one might be a bit harder for you to get into, but it's still worth a trial. But that being said, going back to Amnesia, it focuses on alternate storylines. So every 3 or 4 episodes, you're going to switch between different characters and different relationships that she experiences. But at the same time, the characters that she experiences it with, in the alternate timeline, she also still knows them. But yeah, it's just definitely really interesting. Some people might be a bit confused by it, but it's all the more reason for you to actually go and check it out. It's a really good series. I definitely recommend it. And if there's anything I might compare it to, it would be like Fate, you know, Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero, and all those kinds of stories like that. Simply because they focus kind of like on these alternate timelines, which is what makes it so interesting. I mean, if you're focusing on different timelines, honestly, you could even say it's comparable to Steins Gate. Obviously, it doesn't compare in terms of storytelling or the level that Steins Gate offers, so I wouldn't compare it in that sense. But if you want something that has that similarity of a story that has parallel worlds or something like that, then Amnesia is definitely something that is worth watching. And I'm sure a lot of people have also not heard about it as well. It's not something I think is well known out there. It's not something that's typically talked about. On to the next anime, we have here Cells at Work. So this one, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have actually heard of this. It was kind of trending at a particular point in time as well. It's a shame that it's only 12 or 13 episodes. I really wish that they made a second season for it, but that being said, the story itself is very unique. It's a full-on learning experience, and you're not really going to find that in any other anime. This one is pretty much kind of like a sneak peek into biology and medicine. So for any of you who actually are thinking about getting into studying biology or medicine and you don't really know how you feel about it, then watching this anime alone is actually just a really good decision, because it gives you a full sneak peek of what you might be learning. And if it happens to be interesting, which I believe this anime does so, then you might end up going into a career path that focuses on biology or medicine. So definitely give that a go. The anime overall is just really fun, and it's located literally in your body, which is just really interesting. Well, not literally, but it is literally in a body. And yeah, it's just really cool. So it focuses on the main character, which is the red blood cell, and she pretty much encounters different characters. She luckily somehow encounters the white blood cell, and yeah, they just have different interactions, going up against different bacteria, going up against different problems that might occur in the human body, such as different diseases or sicknesses, or even something like getting a small cut in your body. It's all really interesting, it's all really detailed, and you're not going to get anything like this from any other anime, so definitely worth checking out. The final series I wanted to talk about here is Card Fight Vanguard. Now, Card Fight Vanguard is a TCG related anime, or a TCG focused anime. What I mean by TCG is a trading card game anime. So its whole concept here is to promote a trading card game, kind of similar to Yu-Gi-Oh!, which I'm pretty sure that you guys have actually heard of. In this particular case, it does kind of have this, how should I say here, it does kind of get this minor bad rep where people kind of accuse Card Fight Vanguard of being a bootleg series of Yu-Gi-Oh!, but it's far from it. It's a very different series, it's a very enjoyable series, and I definitely love it itself. There is actually a real life trading card game revolving around Card Fight Vanguard, which I've actually engaged in myself as well, so definitely really fun. But overall, the story itself is just really enjoyable, and I think because it's overshadowed by Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot, many people tend to stray away from it, or some people might not even have heard of it. So I definitely am here to recommend it for you guys. It's worth a try. The story gets insanely crazy. Let's see here. So the cards itself that they use pretty much come from a different planet. They are alive, so that's kind of comparable to Transformers, I guess, because technically they're aliens that come from a different planet and take the form of a man-made product here. For Transformers, it's cars or vehicles, and for us here, or for Card Fight Vanguard, it's for the cards itself. And when you use them to battle, it pretty much I guess coincides with the events that happen on that alien planet. I say alien planet, but they are obviously not, I guess, all just creatures and everything like that. They do have like humanoids or humans in their world as well. It's just a really interesting story, definitely worth checking out. And another interesting thing is that every single episode should be on YouTube, so you definitely should have no trouble whatsoever to actually watch the series. It is considered a longer series, much longer than even durarara, so it might be a bit difficult for you, but I still think it's worth trying. Like, try to watch at least 12 episodes or so. You'll definitely enjoy it. But that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed these particular recommendations here, and I hope you guys actually do go check it out. If you like this video, then definitely leave it a like, because it really does help out the video. It helps out the channel a lot. And share this video for anyone who might actually be interested in this. Share this for anyone who might actually need some recommendations for a series. And if you still haven't subscribed, then definitely please do so. Also, share down your own recommendations in the comment section down below. However, that's pretty much it for today, so I hope you guys have a great day. This is Enigma, signing out.